If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
Wait, those are just random markings.
Oh, maybe you're right, Raven. These marks are small, insignificant details until you press them together. Oh!
He has the triangle! He has found it!
You are the master detective, baby!
What's that triangle mean, though?
The triangle tells me everything I need to know. It is the ancient symbol of a sinister secret society bent on controlling the world without anyone ever knowing they even exist. The Illuminati.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. As you could see from that clip, they're using cartoons more and more and more to indoctrinate children, as we know with witchcraft, right? We talk about Disney all the time, how they use cartoons to indoctrinate children with magic. Well, this is another tactic that they use. They use sarcasm. They use, deflection in a sense in these cartoons so that the youth out there who are very difficult to deal with, there are a lot of the people who comment in the comment section and will say, "Oh, the Illuminati! Oh, the Illuminati's not real." They're some of the dumbest people you'll ever meet. People who think like that, who actually think that, the stuff that they read about it. Oh, it disbanded. Oh, it was just a thing back then. Oh, pyramids, triangles. They think it's a big joke. They don't. It's amazing to me how dumbed down people are. But nonetheless, they use these cartoons. You could see in that clip that I played from this show, Teen Titans, and I want to thank the channel Gary828. He's a friend of mine. I'll leave his channel linked up below, who passed that along to me. And people have been mentioning to me about this show, Teen Titans, but I never had seen the clip. Because obviously, I don't follow some of these shows, a lot of them. I don't watch cartoons, obviously. I'm a grown man. But sadly, I think there are a lot of adults who do watch this stuff. But that's okay, to each their own. But shows like this deliberately will mock and ridicule the concept of conspiracy. So they're getting kids at a young age to think that all this kind of stuff is crazy and it's insane. And that, the Illuminati, they run Hollywood. You heard all the stuff that they said. They're all triggers. Okay, that's why it's there. That's the mind control. They're there as triggers. They implant that in kids' heads so that that's exactly how they think and they act. They don't realize that they're being programmed. That's exactly what the point of these shows are. And they are using cartoons more and more to get their agendas across. An example would be Mr. Pickles. I covered that when my channel first started. The video's no longer up because the creators of Mr. Pickles sent me a copyright strike and I had to remove the video. Mr. Pickles indoctrinating children with Satanism. Now people say, well, the show's not geared towards kids. It's geared towards adults. It's on Adult Swim. That's fine. But we know kids are going to tune into stuff like that. At least teens, to me. And teens are still kids. Where they're showing satanic rituals, a dog performing satanic rituals, right? They use cartoons. It's a much easier way for them to get their message across because really they can show whatever they want and it will still not be, people will be desensitized to it, right? If they actually show these rituals that they show on Mr. Pickles with actors and stuff like that, people will be grossed out. But when they do it in cartoon form, it's easier for them to program people. Another cartoon out there, we all know about Disney and stuff like that, but being pushed on YouTube trending right now, and it shouldn't surprise anyone, is a cartoon short, animated short, called In a Heartbeat. One of the more disgusting things you'll ever see. Pushing homosexuality onto children. Yet they're allowed to get away with it. YouTube promotes it. I don't know how many times I need to say it. If it's getting promoted by YouTube, it's part of the agenda. Look at all the trending videos. You think a video of mine will ever be in there? Of course not. Why do you think they push Alex Jones in YouTube trending all the time? Because he's a part of the system. He's a part of the program. He's a part of COINTELPRO here. So here we see In a Heartbeat a young boy, they try to make it cute. Oh, he's in love with another boy and his heart's beating out of his chest. I mean, it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And who is it geared towards? It's geared towards kids. And you can see how many views it has. It has 12 million views. 12 million views. I mean, does that not tell you that they want this out there, that they want people to see this and think it's adorable, that they want kids to click on this and watch it and think that it's okay and it's normal? It's sickening. Absolutely sickening. Other cartoons we see, right? Like I said earlier in the video, from Disney, we see them constantly pushing out magic and all that stuff, but we also see Nickelodeon pushing out a show with 2 homosexual characters geared towards kids. Okay, so they're using cartoons more and more than they've ever used them, even though they've been using them, okay, since the beginning. I mean, that's the whole setup with Disney. But they're using it more now. They're using things like this, animated shorts. They're using things like Mr. Pickles. Because remember, people aren't they're desensitized when they see it in a cartoon because it's a cartoon. They show some of the rituals that Mr. Pickles is performing, cutting people's heads off. There's rape. There's all sorts of sick stuff on there. If they showed that with actors and things like that on TV, people would be terrified. But if they show it in cartoon form, well, then they're not as likely to be terrified because they just go, oh, it's just a stupid cartoon. And they don't realize that they're being programmed. This is how mind control works. Cartoons are the easiest form, I'd say, for them to use because they can get away with whatever they want in cartoons. They can show decapitations, it doesn't matter. We've seen all the predictive programming in cartoons like The Simpsons and Family Guy, right? They do predictive programming through there because they can do it, because people aren't going to be as sensitive to the topics or the subjects or the content because it's a cartoon. So more and more in today's world, this is what we're seeing. And we're seeing shows like Teen Titans that are just deliberately talking about it. But you see how they go, Illuminati, and they make a big joke out of it. That is because that's exactly how a lot of these young kids act when they come to these videos, when we're talking about some of their favorite celebrities who are a part of this, low-level musicians and things like that. They go, oh, the Illuminati, oh, the pyramid, the eye, must be Illuminati. They have all these plants on YouTube who put videos out discrediting this stuff. And they use humor always. Humor's the easiest form of deflection. So they constantly are using sarcasm when talking about these subjects, just like this cartoon is. They're trying to be funny, but they're also revealing themselves at the same time. But they know the message that they're going to get, and the message that kids are going to take when they watch this is to laugh it off and shrug it off. Then to say, oh, it's a big joke. Oh, these crazy conspiracy theory people. And that's exactly what they want. So always keep your eye on stuff like this, because this is stuff that your kids could end up watching and you don't even realize it. Things like In a Heartbeat, which are trending. Okay, they're trying to be over the top. They're not trying to be disgustingly gay in the clip. They're not trying to have, the guys kissing each other. They're trying to push love. Right? Oh, it's adorable. It's cute. That's what they want to push. And they want young boys to watch this who are confused because they're getting told by everyone, in the media that this is normal. So instead of having a guy friend on the baseball team or little league team, that's just your guy friend, they're saying, you're in love with him. You're in love with him. You're in love with him. That's what they're trying to say. It's laughable because it's just so ridiculous. If people only understood mind control and realized that it was real and realized that they're being programmed every time they turn the TV on, every time they turn the radio on, every time they pick up a newspaper, every form of media is in place to control. Okay? They are herding cattle. That's what they're doing. And cartoons, like I said, is an easy way not just to desensitize people, but to also go after and target children and young adults and people who watch this stuff. They don't realize how much truth is really in this. And they don't realize that they're being programmed to think all of this is fake. So we have Disney that constantly is pumping out and focusing on magic. That's the top agenda with Disney. Let's be realistic. Every major Disney film, you can go back to Fantasia and The Sorcerer's Apprentice. You can go through it all. Beauty and the Beast, which pushes bestiality, also has the magical rose. They all are about magic. Cinderella, Snow White, Magic Apple, Magic Mirror. Okay? Cinderella and the slipper and the magic. Peter Pan, Aladdin. The list goes on and on. Little Mermaid. Frozen, I think, is one that they have recently. All of it is there to target kids with magic. Then you get this other stuff that filters around and filters in and implants seeds in people's heads, like Mr. Pickles, or things like In a Heartbeat, or things like Teen Titans. It's all there for control. And they're using cartoons more and more than they ever used it because they can continue to get away with whatever they want in these cartoons, showing whatever they want, and making sure that they use sarcasm and things like that on the younger generations so that they never want to research or look into this stuff and just sit back, think everything's hunky-dory, believe what they're told, never question the system, and be slaves to the system for the rest of their lives. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.